Welcome to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Lincoln Financial Field, and it is indeed home to the 2018 Super Bowl champion Eagles. The Link also is home to the Temple Owls. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the UMass Minutemen, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Temple Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. UMass will kick off and we'll be underway. The returner will field it and bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Owls offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. That they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football.
Turning it on! Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. The Owls will hustle to the line. On third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. They just needed a few inches, and the defense knocked them down in the backfield. And here comes the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. So UMass's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some way. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets them up at the 26 with the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Minutemen!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Stewart. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Finds his back in the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Gives it to the back on the draw. Oh, what a move. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Gets it out quickly. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Owls!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. They are set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The UMass offense returns to the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Gets it past the marker. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Now on first down from the 28. Right back to the well. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. There he goes. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Minutemen.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. And his throw is incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
Find some fresh air. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Temple lining up to punt it away. Takes it on the return. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. The give from the gun. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All by himself down the middle. Touchdown, UMass! He got a step and just dusted the field.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
Looking to pass. It's Overton. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And the Owls headed quickly to the line. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Bolden. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Pulls it in, it's Boyd. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. This Temple offense putting together a nice drive.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Caught in the backfield, it's Mitchell. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Owls kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Williams. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Out of the gun, the inside give. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. Back to throw. It's Overton. Flips it out to the back. And a good pickup to minutes on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. First play of the period, first down here. Wide receiver comes in motion. Running back searching for a hole. He had no chance. A host of defenders back there for a loss of 4.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Sends it back in motion. The pull and throw off the RPO. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The UMass offense returns to the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. The Minutemen come to the line on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Coming through with that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. So they picked up that last first down on the ground, now with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, they'll run it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Wilson will throw. Rifles it down the middle. And the timing just a hair off. UMass has a long, long way to go here on third down. The offense changing the lineup to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on once. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarter.
Got it inside the 10. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Owls! Extra point here will tie the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Minutemen going back to work on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job.
Oh, he's got some space. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Illegal blocking the back.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Wilson to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Complete to the right. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Lots of running room. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, UMass!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his fourth trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
He'll bring it out. It's Marshall. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. Looking to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. This guy just oozes toughness when he runs, bangs his way to the 20. Temple lines up quickly. The give to the tailback. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They'll try to run for it. Makes it past the marker.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these 3rd and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Get it out to the supersonic guy. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. Temple lining up to punt it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. And he has a solid... take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. UMass comes to the line facing 2nd and short. Wilson will throw. Fires to the wideout. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying,
oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
You cannot get any more wide open than that. He had his receiver open, throws the ball. You think, we're walking in for 6, and he drops it right in his hands. Yeah, those are killers. So hard to make big plays. Man,
they got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. This offense has it with really good field position. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
and you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
They're facing a 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. Temple lining up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The UMass offense returns to the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going. As
makes the catch down the right side. Turning it on. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wilson to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Minutemen! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to.
Coming out with it, it's Stewart. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Just
picked off. What a play to set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, 1st and goal, a chance to... And it's picked off right at the goal line. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The offense starts in the shadow of its own end zone. Looking downfield, it's Overton. He'll throw it. That's caught. It's Bolden. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Power football with the run. Got the first down and more. Spins away from one. Turns it on down the left side. The 30. 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Owls.
That's a huge play for the offense because it keeps this thing one possession. They're going to be receiving first in the third quarter, and if they can keep this thing moving, all of a sudden they may have the lead here very soon.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a terrific scene there today in Philly. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at the Lincoln Financial Field.
The Minutemen going back to work on offense. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading. Board. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. UMass will line up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Quick completion on the out route. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Back to throw. It's Overton. Slings it downfield. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Quickly complete. And he will be stopped short or stop himself short of the line to gain. What was he thinking there? Gonna run it. It's Hood. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Quickly complete. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Minutemen can explore that playbook on second and short. The give to the back. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They'll try the run. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Williams looking for a man. And they can't make the connection. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Picks up the first down. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. Touchdown, Minutemen! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Temple lines up quickly. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Temple lining up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
UMass now faces a 3rd and short. He breaks a tackle. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go.
Breaks into the open. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, UMass. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he makes the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Man, we've been anticipating this top 15 matchup all week. Let's show you how things are playing out. Ohio State is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners like Eddie George and Archie Griffin in the pantheon of greats in Columbus. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Nebraska.
Leaves it with the running back.
Just another week in the Big Ten with...
He's loose down the left side. At the 20. Touchdown, Owls! Once he got some room, it was over.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox.
Oh, and the extra point is blocked. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Making side adjustments here. Williams will pass. He unleashes a long one. Snags it on the right. Hits the crease. Past the 10. Touchdown, UMass. And the beatdown has ensued.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. The sure hands, it's Bolden. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did. That's the end of the period, and it's UMass out front. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So 1st down, we'll open up the final period. On the run, it's Mitchell. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
It's complete to the left. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
To the air. It's Overton. Fires one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll take another shot here. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Give to the single back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They go to the ground. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
And I love this because you got 2nd and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get 3rd and manageable. Nice job getting the run. Not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the 1st down. Now you're set up for good success on 3rd down.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard. UMass to the line facing 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? They'll run it from the gun. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He had a head of steam working, but he'll be stopped just inches short of the score. UMass lines up with a 1st and goal. They're going to run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Minutemen! Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Caught behind the line. It's Boyd. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Overton. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Down in the 4th quarter. The ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Great place to start for this offense. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Handoff from the gun. Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
Yeah, and they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn the...
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Marshall. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Got it in the middle, it's Bolden. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Temple lining up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And this punt will be down just on the other side of midfield. The UMass offense returns to the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. It's Hood. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
And this is exactly where you're going to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense.
There he goes. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Hood. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. On the direct snap, it's Hood. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You play through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the sealing touchdown. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly...
I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.